Welcome to the second of our thyroid mini-series. This is about the T's, T3, T4, TSH. TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone. T3 is produced by the pituitary when the TSH says time to do so, and is produced by the liver. 80% of it is produced by the liver in a conversion from T4. T4 is floating around in your bloodstream and converted in the liver to T3. Those markers then stimulate the body to be regulated. There are imbalances in any of those three, then the entire process doesn't work. But as you hear, the liver is the key component because 80% of the T4 is converted by the liver. So if your liver is not functioning properly, then your T3 is not being produced, and your hormone levels in thyroid then can begin to deteriorate. When you don't stimulate the thyroid properly, and you'll find this with many body systems, it tends to atrophy or stop working. Also, if it gets damaged, it stops working. And the thyroid is very sensitive to outside environmental factors and toxins. So we want to empower the body to do so, to create these hormones and convert them through a process called methylation in the liver. And we do that with vitamin B primarily, various different vitamin Bs that most of the time you can find in a B complex. And pantothenic acid helps restore the thyroid. Now you've heard of vitamin E, you've heard of Brazil nuts, you've heard of iodine. Many of these things help regulate the thyroid, and we'll hopefully talk about that later. But we want to make sure that the thyroid is in balance and that it is being supported if you start to see symptoms earlier than later. Once the thyroid has been damaged, it often cannot undo that damage. It's not a regenerative organ like the liver. So we want to focus early on as we can and try to keep that in a balanced state.